point, right, Rob? We're seeing strength in manufacturing, but it's clearly not export-driven, this.
Absolutely not. There are no signs at all of rebalancing in the UK economy. What we're seeing is a domestic-driven recovery. I mean, there's no need to be downbeat about this. It's exactly what we'd expect from very loose monetary policy. Getting credit flowing again will boost domestic demand. And our key trading partner, of course, the Eurozone, is recovering, but only gradually. So what we're seeing is, as I say, domestic-driven, not rebalancing. We're seeing exports still declining, particularly to the Eurozone. But it's not bad news. Manufacturing output is improving as the UK economy expands.
OK, you mentioned, I'll play devil's advocate a little bit. You mentioned Europe slowly recovering on the one side. Let's take a look at sterling, though, as well. See cables hitting, what, 2-year highs today. I mean, this must be a worry as well going forward, right?
Yeah, I think it will be, particularly the increase over the past month or so for the Bank of England. It does help consumption again. What this will do is bring down inflation because import costs fall, which will help domestic consumption and give another leg to this recovery. But long term, it's not what the UK needs. The UK does not need strong sterling. It needs weak sterling to help competitiveness and hopefully eventually improve exports.
All right, so over the next year, Rob, how do we reduce this unbalanced or unwind this unbalanced domestically driven growth in the UK?
Well, I think over the next year we're not going to unwind it. We are going to keep interest rates. I mean, the Bank of England is very likely to keep interest rates very low over the next year, 18 months. I think the first hike is coming mid-2015. And I don't think we'll see any progress on the trade deficit at all over the next 12 months. If we did want to unwind it, what we would be looking to do is to boost productivity. We'd be looking to drag down sterling a bit. We might even think about raising interest rates early. I know that would probably push up sterling, but equally it would probably slow domestic demand a little bit.
Yeah, all right. And I know, let's bring the housing debate into this as well. Mark Carney spoke at the Bank, the Economic Club in New York last night. Require vigilance but not panic. I mean, he kind of had to say that, didn't he, Rob? That's going to keep the markets calm. But what sort of vigilance are we likely to see, and how quickly?
Well, I think we've already seen some vigilance from the Bank of England in cancelling half of its funding for lending scheme. I mean, I don't think that's a huge deal because no banks were really using it anyway. But I think the important signal there is exactly what you've just had in the clip from Mark Carney, that they are watching the housing market and thinking about tightening policy. Over the next 12 months, I think we'll have increased pressure on banks to be careful about underwriting standards. We may even have some words on maximum loan-to-value ratios. And I think by next September, the Bank of England will be recommending significant changes to this Help to Buy subsidy scheme for housing.